Hello, my name is swissbianco. In this video we will have a look at the swissbianco red waffle alox scales for the 111mm Swiss Army knife from Victorinox. Basically all the models that have a liner lock and either a corkscrew or a Phillips can be used for these scales. That is a really absolute great upgrade to the regular models. We have the aircraft grade aluminium CNC machined. We have a waffle pattern on it and for more texturing, and we have engraving plate on the back side as well, as we see on that version here. And you can get two versions, either the plain one without the clip or the version with the clip. That's quite likely most interesting for many people, to have a deep carry pocket clip. We see here we have the clip overfolding on the top, so you have a deep carry pocket clip. This one in stainless steel M2 screws, and those scales are made out of aircraft grade aluminium, CNC machined, so those are way more durable than regular Swiss Army knives in alox. We have a red hard anodizing on it. We have the corners nicely and smooth rounded off. The fit and finish is really outstanding, and they are blow scales, so we not only have in the back the cutout for the toothpick and tweezer, we have also here in front the cutout for the pen, so you can mount a pen as well. And on the back side we have here a really tiny the slot for the pin, the needle, and of course all the scales have the holes in them threaded, so you have the threaded holes that you can mount the pocket clip. Here on the inside we see the different holes for the screws, for the rivets, and for the small parts. It's just a really nice, high quality work, as usual from swissbianco. Look at those nicely contoured, rounded off corners. Then the Swiss cross, of course. You have got quite some good texturing on it. With the waffle pattern we wanted to go in this first run for the 111mm with the waffle pattern. We may have, of course, for the future more different variations that would be possible, just next to smooth also the rivet versions, like we did that in the alox before, and of course different colors and also materials like titanium. Now with mounting, it's always the same. There are some informations, quite some videos are online by now, and even more following how to mount those scales to the Swiss Army knife. So those scales are CNC made in a really high quality. The knives unfortunately not. Those are still stamped and riveted together, so there are some variations with 111 millimeter. The liner lock versions a bit less than, say, with older systems like the 91 millimeter. So the fit and finish on those were more consistent, or are more consistent, so it's easier to fit the knife to the scales. You also need to look on the small parts, that the small parts work prior you actually glue the scales on. It's not much glue needed to that the scales hold onto the knife. There is a glue needed because anything other than polymer like Celidor or nylon scales will not snap on the head of the rivets. That is how that is. Even after with the factory, they use a glue, either a liquid glue or a double-sided tape. It depends on the material, but anything other than nylon and Celidor polymer plastic scales will not snap on, of course. So they need to be glued because the whole scale is aluminium, and we have the threads going through. With the clip design, there is no problem about the durability of the clip mounting. Some of you may remember the clip that we did for the nylon 111 millimeter scales, where we had the metal insert inside the scales to give it more rigidity, and of course the threads to put the clip on, because by the plastic, by the nylon, you cannot thread it and think that that's gonna last. So here we have a solid possibility to mount the clip in a way how it should be, so that you have a really good way, a strong clip at the end that will last quite a long time. And of course you can remove it again if you want to do that, so that the knife is more flat. Always use Loctite on the screws. That is what we suggest. Yeah, that much for now on those scales. They are on the Swiss Bianco website and on eBay.